Up, everybody, and welcome back to After the Snap. I'm your host, Tasha Pierce, and today this is going to be a wild one. This topic might rile just a few of you up just a little bit, and that's what I aim to do. I aim to get you guys thinking, rile you up, feed the beast. It seems that Amazon, the tech conglomerate that some people believe is primed to take over the world, is rolling out a new payment method that is intended to speed up the process at the registers, get you out of the store just a little bit faster. And they're starting to roll out at their Whole Food stores, just one in Seattle. But is that all that Amazon is really up to? See, according to The Verge, Amazon is rolling out a new palm scanning payment method, and it could be coming very soon to a store near you. So basically, the gist of it is that Amazon is going to connect a payment method to the unique palm print of each of its customers, and then they will in turn use their palm, simply scanning it at the registers to expedite your checkout process. And it's supposed to be like quick and easy. Basically, like, you know how we pull our phones out now and we tap to pay? Well, in this instance, you'll be scanning to pay, and it'll just be your handprint. You won't have to walk out the house with a wallet, a phone, a credit card, cash, any of that. All you need is your hand. Everybody got a hand? Raise your hand.
Some flanges! Flanges! Everybody wiggle your flanges, please. Come on, everybody wiggle them. YouTube cheese in the back. Flanges, cheese.
Everybody got a hand. So you will never be without a method to pay right now at Whole Foods. But if this is a successful rollout, then we might be seeing this in far more places. Now, some fear that this is also giving Amazon a huge database of more of our personal information than they already have. And if you are an Amazon shopper like I am, then they already know quite a bit about you. Their Amazon AI is already closer than a spouse to many of us. I don't have a husband, but the next best thing is Alexa. You know what I'm saying? And like many of us feel like it's fair to question, like, do we need to give Amazon any more of our information, our personal and sensitive data? And then also another aspect of why this might be problematic is for those people who adhere to religions. Mostly, I believe it's Christianity. I'm not 100% sure about what the beliefs are, the belief systems are in other world religions, but I do know that Christianity fears the introduction of the mark of the beast. And then the mark of the beast is supposed to be something that happens during the final days before the Great Tribulation and the Rapture and all of these other cataclysmic events that's supposed to happen at the end of days. You're going to take that mark, if you so choose, in your forehead or in your hand. And it was I believe your left hand is biblical, but there's nothing saying that it's going to be your right or your left hand for this Amazon scan. So that is something that we, kind of need to think about. Now, the Christian Bible associates the mark of the beast with the Antichrist, who he's going to show up as the big bad at the end of the world and mislead the masses into turning against God in the final days of this world, this system. And there are a myriad of zealots out there who believe we've already met the Antichrist, and they've identified Jeff Bezos as a likely suspect and a prime candidate for being the Antichrist. Now, the reasons vary, but anytime a person reaches a certain level of success, they become part of the Antichrist conversation. Other Others that are on the short list of the Antichrist are Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, the Pope, Beyonce, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and many, many, many others. Newsflash: none of them have used their considerable and exorbitant wealth in a manner that is consistent with being in league with the devil. At least no more than any of the rest of us. All of us have faults. For all of us have, I can quote the Bible, for all of sin and come short of the glory of God. So a lot of us, in essence, could be the Antichrist. I've been accused of trying to get in league with the Illuminati, with the star that you see in my beginning credits. When they roll those credits at the end and at the beginning, there's a star. I promise you I wasn't paying no attention to the fact that there is a star. I do not want to be part of no Illuminati, but there are those people who have made that accusation. I'm going to tell you, I'm a broke person. I am not a rich YouTuber by any stroke of the imagination, so I don't know how I would be able to afford to be a world figure who would make the type of changes that this Antichrist figure is said to make, but I digress. Now, while I don't agree that this new technology is the mark of the beast, I do understand and wonder what liberties society will take with this new information that we are feeding it. What could society's institutions do if we all rush to register our palms with Amazon? And case in point is genetic genealogy. And when it was a new technology, everybody and their mama was rushing out, spitting in a tube, and sending it off to these ancestry companies to find out their heritage. And I know how important that is to a lot of people, and especially Black people, because Black people lost a lot of their heritage in the slave trade. So I don't know what tribe I'm from. I don't know what country in Africa I hail from. I don't know who my ancestors are from a certain point. And a lot of us are curious. We want to know. These genetic genealogy companies were doing what we consider to be the Lord's work. You know, they were giving us answers where we never had answers before. So yeah, we were 100% trusting these companies. And who knew that these same companies that were doing the Lord's work would also own your DNA once you submit it. You've given up, because a lot of people don't read the fine print. And I'm saying read the fine print. Duly read the fine print, because it's clearly stated in the fine print of these kits that, hey, once you submit this DNA to this ancestral company, they own your DNA. Now, one of the things that have been being done with that DNA is solving cold case crimes, and I'm very into that. And if you didn't know, I have another channel called Sinister Silhouettes. I'll be doing more frequent uploads over there, because there I talk about conspiracies, some paranormal crime, true crime. So look out for that as well. Sinister Silhouettes on YouTube. This was not supposed to be an ad break for that, but they're using the DNA that was submitted to find out your heritage in order to solve cold case crimes. And while I don't have a problem with that, if it's a case that would not have been solved until you used this genetic head start you got with these people who just willingly submitted their DNA, I don't have an issue with that. If we're talking about getting closure for people who have suffered a loss, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. But what else can they do with it? So supplying this data to, and I can't, like 23andMe, supplying your data, your DNA, to 23andMe if you don't have anything to hide, and I really hope that y'all don't have nothing to hide. I hope you're not watching this if you have committed an atrocious murder at some time in the past and have been just getting away with it for decades. If you submit a sample to 23andMe or Ancestry.com or any of these other places, I hope you get caught. I don't have no other way of putting it. I hope your ass gets caught. But even that kind of exists in a legal and ethical gray area. See, I can say legally you've submitted your DNA, but ethically, is it okay for a company to own your DNA? Think about the other things that can happen with owned DNA. With owned DNA, I mean, there can be experimentation. There can be experimenting with making clones and that sort of thing. Then to give them your palm print is like it's adding even more personal information that they would not have otherwise had, and enabling them to make an even better clone of you. But besides that, because I know that I'm feeding a conspiracy that I don't need to feed about the clones and all of that. I don't need to feed that conspiracy. But there is always that possibility. However small the possibility is, it exists. So how much more of our personal information and personal data does big tech actually need? And the side of the fence that you sit on may also coincide with the side of the law that you sit on, but I digress. If you're a criminal, please subscribe. Now, for all I know right now, in the beginning stages of Amazon's new payment technology, Amazon One, it could be a wonderful new innovation that changes the way we shop. And it can also turn out to be another big tech intrusion in our lives. So you know now what I think. I'd like to know what you think. Sound off in the comments and share this video with your friends. And please like and subscribe if you've not already done so. You can get far more fiction content, fact content, sci-fi, fantasy, and paranormal, everything. I'm just gonna talk and y'all gonna tell me what y'all like. Okay, that's where we at. You guys are going to be the barometer of what we discuss on this channel. So with all that being said, I also have a Patreon channel. If you'd like to support my channel, you can go over to patreon.com/afterthesnap, and you can choose a tier, any tier, because anything you do will assist and help the channel. But the way that you help the channel the most is by just simply liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing the content. And I appreciate each and every one of you for doing that. With all that being said, I got nothing else. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.